So, Pat, tell me about your plans for 2020.
So we spent much of the last year actually focusing on consumer grade technologies, improving our booking tool. I think 2020 is very much about consolidating that position, getting that out in the marketplace. Most of our customers are on the new technology now. We want to win new business, get them on that. Certainly it's playing very well to everybody who's seen it here. I think people are wanting to be able to book on a mobile device. We're seeing a real shift in the channel away from desktops and laptops towards mobile and tablet. And actually the focus of our development and usability has to be there for the next year and beyond, really.
One of the things that we're hearing about a lot at the show is sustainability. So tell me what Clarity are doing on the sustainability front.
So first and foremost here, the stand, quite a significant spend. We've made sure that everything here is either recyclable or reusable. So there should be no waste from actually the stand and everything we're doing here. Second thing is you will not get a bag of tat from this stand, and I know there's an awful lot about the place and we've been guilty of it in the past, so pens, pads, bags and so on. And often what happens is people collect these things throughout the day, take them home, and eventually they'll find their way into the bin. So we've avoided that completely. We're not giving people drinks in plastic bottles or plastic cups. We did do a cocktail hour, but that was all with glassware and so on. We've also ditched the business card. So we made that decision a couple of weeks ago, really because, we're in 2020 now. Look, everybody can send a VCF or, connect on LinkedIn. So we just thought, look, it's time to do it. There are new technologies in play. Great excuse, actually, to contact somebody afterwards rather than just hand a business card out and hope for the best. So we're doing some simple practical things. We've also offset our carbon emissions for this year using climate care. So we know that's a bit of a challenging subject around carbon offsetting. We've made sure that our partner for that is a good one. We believe in the projects that they're doing as well. So that's our focus. Customer-wise, reporting on CO2 emissions, promoting rail over air where it's practical, and also giving them a baseline on where they are now versus where they want to get to, we think has got to be the focus from a customer perspective.
Great, sounds like you're being really proactive.
We're trying, yeah. And I think the other thing is, let's not forget, sustainability isn't just about the environment. It's about your business model. It's about your practices, things like modern slavery, obviously looking at the next generation and trying to build the business responsibly, both from a societal perspective as well as from an environmental one.
Absolutely. So tell me a bit about your progress with NDC.
We're getting there. It's slow, and I think everybody would say that. Interestingly, we've heard TMCs talking about managing to make one NDC booking. We now make hundreds a week through our booking tools, so the content's there in terms of the fare. The challenge now is actually exposing some of the other stuff, so the ability to add ancillaries, see seat maps, really give people that consumer grade experience. That's the exciting part of NDC. The challenge right now is making sure that the content parity and the fare parity is there.
One of the other buzzwords going around at the Business Travel Show is well-being. So tell me a little bit about Clarity's approach to well-being.
I think first and foremost it's about our own staff. So we do things internally around well-being that we think help. So we have mental health ambassadors around the business, mental health first aiders. We have groups of people who get together and just talk. We have quiet rooms where people go and share problems and discuss things. And I think offering that opportunity is fundamental to running a good mental health and well-being practice. We do speak to customers about, how are your people travelling? Why are they travelling? Is there anything we can do to enhance that experience? But, do that within the bounds of commerciality. So there are simple things like, getting away from meeting cultures that require people to be in the capital at 9 o'clock in the morning actually will save you money if people travel off peak as well. So practical things, save money, make it a better experience for the people. And obviously, that contributes to the bottom line in the end.
So from mental well-being to physical well-being, tell me a little bit about Clarity's thoughts on the coronavirus.
Oh, God. So We're worried. I think everybody is. We're seeing a slackening in demand. We're probably seeing a year-on-year drop in demand of about 10 to 15%, which is predominantly those who would have travelled to the Far East and even the likes of the Indian subcontinent in some cases, who are now not. They're suspending trips. We're seeing a suspension of some conferences and larger meetings. So businesses are starting to think about the impact to them. What we've got to be is ready for whatever comes. So if we get things like school closures or self-isolation in big numbers within the UK, then we need to be ready to service the demand from our clients. Actually, the two things go hand in hand. As our resource drops, the demand probably drops as well. But we're ready for home working. We've got solutions where we can route telephony onto mobile devices. So I've got a workforce in operations that to a large extent can work from home as well, even if we're in a self-isolation scenario. But obviously we're all hoping that this does blow over soon. Right now it does get more worrying every single day.
It sounds like you've got the bases covered at least.
I hope so. I hope so.
It's been great talking to you, Pat. Thanks very much. So there is loads going on here at Clarity, and as I say, it sounds like they've got all bases covered. So come down and meet Pat and the rest of his team. They're in the centre of the hall and they're here for the entire show.